Hello, my friend. Today is the next monster in the game Monster Hunter Wilds. Today, there is a rather unpleasant monster that looks like an octopus. This is the Suwu monster. We will talk about what to expect from this giant and how to deal with it. Suwu, a medium-sized cephalopod with a similar body structure to its peers, has 6 tentacles that are thin and muscular. 2 smaller ones can be found on its front. The head of Suwu is large and rocky with a mushroom shape. It has several teeth at the top. Under its mantle, there is a false face that looks like a row of teeth and is made up of grey fibers. When Suwu becomes angry, the false face will emit vapor. The texture of its body and tentacles is highly fibrous, with mainly black and golden highlights. The body beneath the tentacles of this creature is brightly blue, lined with rows and rows of teeth. It also has a mouth located directly below its head. The fangs and mouth of this creature can be used to crush any kind of prey. It can also eat larger prey than you would think. Suwu uses its tentacles to create crystalline structures that are used for hunting. The creature can create blades to quickly slash and penetrate prey. It can also break crystal clusters and use them as shrapnel. The crystals, despite looking brittle, are very hard. However, they appear to have a short lifespan since the weapons disappear shortly after creation. Suwu is blind, but it has highly developed other senses to compensate. Suwu, an apex predator, uses its agility to outmaneuver its target. Its ability to fit through small spaces in its habitat is a key factor. Suwu uses its agility in combat to overcome a target. It will leap and slither around it, piercing them and slashing them before crushing them into its mouth. The creature is designed to attack the guardians of the ruins of Wyveria. It will prey upon anything that comes into the ruins, including humans. It uses ambush to attack the guardians, but it can also dominate them directly. The hide of its creature is strong enough to repel any attacks, and its tentacles are powerful enough to bring them down before it devours them. Suwu's most active period is during the Wyvern's Wakening, or the inclemency of the ruins of Wyveria, when it appears to attack the increasing number of guardians. Suwu lays eggs in its nest, and its offspring are called Suyo. After hatching, Suyo move around in groups of siblings who hatched the same time. They are fed by their egg yolks for their first few years. It is not known what their diet was and how they developed into mature Suwu. These tips will help you defeat Suwu, the monster in Monster Hunter Wilds. Special attacks. Suwu does not have a special attack. Use ice weapons. Suwu will be vulnerable to any elemental ice attack, so if you use weapons that are of this type, it can cause extra damage. Frost bursts and frost pods are ice-based weapons that can be equipped to your slinger, then fired at Suwu. The poison status effect is very effective. Poisoning Suwu severely harms the monster, giving you an edge during the battle. These status effects are also effective, though not as potent as poison. Shock traps and pitfall traps work very well. If you don't have room to use both traps, we recommend using a shock trap first. This is because you can heal or attack Suwu precisely at its weak spot. Track Suwu. Use the tracking mode to track Suwu. This monster can quickly get in your way with a few quick moves. You can track them to find out where they are and get away if necessary. It will take a lot of damage if you use focus mode on Suwu to destroy its wounds. Stock up on health potions. Although this monster has only a handful of attacks, they can do serious damage to you if caught. Stocking up on health potions will keep you going longer and improve your odds of survival. Be alert. Suwu is fast, and the piercing attacks it uses can kill your hunter. It is best to avoid staying in the same place too long and to move around. Do not give up if your pocket is empty. Your first battle with Suwu comes right after a previous fight. You may still be suffering from the results of this fight. Don't be worried if you faint. You can refill your pocket at the camp before trying again. Suwu will fight other monsters if it is lured to them. You can use this time to heal and breathe, build a trap, or make some solid attacks. You should avoid hitting the monster, or else you will have to contend with 2 issues. Suwu does not have a weak spot, but targeting their head and mouth caused significant damage. Suwu's head, front 2 arms, and mouth are all breakable. The other 4 arms can be severed, giving you 8 different options to attack them. We suggest breaking the front 2 arms, as Shuwu uses them primarily for its piercing sword attacks. This will reduce the number of deadly attacks that the monster is capable of using. If it opens its mouth, attack it with all your might. Repeated attacks will increase the damage to the creature. And if you use a powerful strike, you may even knock it down briefly. Shuwu uses a few deadly attacks in rotation. The majority of these attacks are piercing, earning it the name Piercing Assassin. It will use its front two arms to make blades and fire them at you. Shuwu fires one arm, followed by the other. Avoid getting struck by avoiding the arms as soon as the blades start to form. Shuwu may also slam his arms on the ground to try and crush you if they get close enough. The safest way to avoid this is to attack, move, and attack again. Shuwu employs a similar technique that obscures their next moves with dust and debris. Stay alert if this occurs. If you are too close to Shuwu, it'll raise its arms to create blades and then flail around the arms to try to cut you. Once you can see Shuwu's blades forming, it's relatively easy to avoid the attack. Shuwu can also extend its front long arms and pierce your body with one or both of them. If you are not quick enough, this attack can cause serious damage to your hunter. When Shuwu faces you and appears to be focused on you without moving for a moment, we found this to be a warning sign that the attack is about to begin. As soon as the arm extends, get out of their way. Shuwu unleashes his most deadly attack when it turns itself upside down and exposes the underside. If you are not cautious, it will launch at you with fury and can easily kill your hunter if you don't take care. Jump onto your sacred to avoid being caught and run away as soon as the Shuwu's underside is visible. If you get too close, Shuwu may try to slice you with its arms by swiping them from left to right. Get out of their way if you see one arm raise. When Shuwu tenses up and launches into the air, they will try to land directly on you. As soon as you notice Shuwu tensing up, you should move as far as possible from where you are standing. If you like the game Monster Hunter Wilds and want to see more interesting videos of this game, subscribe to my channel. Also, like the video, and I'll prepare a video of the next monster I meet in the game for you. If you have any questions about the game, leave a comment. We have a fairly well-developed community that will help you sort out the difficulties. I also recommend watching my previous video, where I showed how I defeated Guardian Ebony Odoron. See you in Monster Hunter Wilds, my friend. There are still many different and interesting monsters ahead.